Hey guys, welcome to day 5 of the Killer Copy Challenge. Congratulations. If you've made it this far, you have done awesome. I know this stuff is not easy, but I promise this is going to make all the difference in the world when you're crafting your offers, when you're presenting your offers. This is the stuff your clients are going to want to hear about. All right, so on day 1, we talked about pain, pleasure, and action steps, and we used Amazon book reviews. On day 2, we dug a little deeper into the pain, what that looks like for your clients, how that shows up, how that makes them feel, in their words. And we used Facebook group posts, chat transcripts, and some of that you could still use your Amazon book reviews. On day 3, we went into, that was, oh yes, that's right. We did the enemy and the one thing. That's right, right out of Russell Brunson. Yesterday we went into taking those pleasure points from day 1 and we painted the picture for your ideal client about what it's going to look like on the other side as a result of working with you. And now, today, we're going to talk about your step-by-step process, but there's a trick to this. There's the process that we have in our mind, but we have to communicate this in a way that our clients actually give a crap about, because the way we want to talk about things, the diagnostics and the processes and the audits, those are the things that your clients don't want to hear about. So there's 2 examples I like to use for this. The first is, let's say you need to have your gallbladder removed, and you go to the surgeon and he says, okay, I'm going to make a 1-inch incision, and I'm going to use this whatever specialized scalpel, and I'm going to make this kind of incision, and I'm going to, he goes on and on about his process, and you're just like, I don't care about any of that. All I want to know is you're going to put me to sleep, you're going to take it out, and I'm going to be pain-free and comfortable, and how long until I'm back and functional again. And then remember, the other example I like to use is the oil change. So remember, we don't care about any of this stuff. We don't care about the type of oil and the special hydraulic lift they're going to use to put our car on, and whatever special dolly the guy has to lay in. We don't care about that. All we care about is getting that annoying oil change light to go away, and my car is going to feel shiny and brand new again. So literally for the oil change, it's like step 1, we take your car, we change the oil. We're going to check all your fluids to make sure that everything's running well. Oh, and then we're going to wash your car. Like 3 steps. That's what I care about, even though they're doing a lot more behind the scenes, or they're doing a lot more from their perspective, but this is all I care about. So you want to do the same thing for your clients. And I like to go back to my Amazon book reviews. For example, let me walk you through real quick. I have my little sheet of my pain points and my action steps from that Creating Clients. I think I already have it up. That Creating Clients book, or High Ticket Package book. That would be, sorry, I should have been a little more prepared. So the action steps from their point of view is going to be a lot more effective than describing how our process from our point of view, because they're not going to care about any of that. So the action steps from their point of view would include, let me see if I can share my screen. Stop share, share my whole desktop. All right, so this is my document I've been collecting just for creating high ticket packages. And this is just one book. So the action steps from a client's point of view would include improving your mindset for working with higher paying clients. So that's not my zone of genius, but that is a much simpler way of saying, you know, usually we're like, we're going to get over your limiting beliefs and we're going to, you know, identify any, no, this is just improving your mindset for working with high paying clients. How to provide value first to bring in new clients. To re-examine how I communicate the value I bring to my clients. And if you're able to talk about the value you deliver in terms of what these results are for your client, and to create a step-by-step process that you have 100% total faith in to create a result. So those are the perfect ways I can put those in an order and present those as, here are the steps I will take you through. And I know that I will be presenting this in language that clients would actually use instead of my process-based language, which is just going to be way too complicated and include a lot of things that they're not going to necessarily care about. I have a little presentation about the 5 biggest positioning mistakes we do when we talk about our high ticket packages. And I'll just run through them super quickly. Number 1 is we focus on the tools or the modalities. So if you're in health coaching, this would be things like plant-based diets, homeopathic and natural solutions. Like we talk about our tools. If you are a life coach, you might have EFT tapping and neuro-linguistic programming. For myself as a consultant, I'll have audits and step-by-step things that our clients don't care about. So we have to focus on selling the whole and not the drill. Just like when we get our oil change, we don't care about what kind of oil, what kind of tools. We're only caring about, you're fixing my problem, you're making that light go off, and you're changing the oil, and you're washing my car. So that was, and in the doctor and the surgeon, that would be the scalpel and the size of the incision. No, I don't care about that. You're taking my gallbladder out, you're making me all better. Any energy healers don't talk about level 3 Reiki attunement. They don't care about any of that. For me, it's always like, I'm going to use my 10-point funnel conversion audit. Nope, they don't care about any of that. So instead, you want to focus on the whole, and that's the results and the outcomes. That's why we need it, and the why they needed the whole in the first place. And that's why we focused on the pain and the pleasure. And we looked at Amazon book reviews to see how clients would describe those things. And then, so you're always going to focus on problem solved and results you create. Sell the whole, not the drill. Mistake number 2, we focus on the process. That's the drilling. So again, that would be all of your processes that you like to take somebody through. Any diagnostics, any audits, any modality-based healing. Instead, you are going to just focus on, we're making this problem going away, and by the end of it, you're going to end up like a shiny, brand new car again. So remember, my client wants the problem fixed and the fastest way to achieve their outcomes. They don't even care how you do it. They just want it done. Mistake number 3, if we have some kind of a patented solution, rather than focusing on the problem or the pain. Like, if you've discovered the greatest thing since sliced bread, of course you want to share it. But if you have like a clever name for it that nobody else understands, or if it's not something that's commonly well known or well used, nobody's going to understand. Like, if you lead with, especially if you named it something, I see a lot of people making this mistake where you lead with, I have this amazing, I don't want to make fun of anybody, but I see a lot of people leading with things with, it sounds like you're saying this magic bullet solution that you're the only one who knows what you're talking about. It will solve everything. And the mistake is you're the only one who knows about it. You had to figure out what to call it. So when you talk about it, they don't get it. You usually get a lot of blinking or polite nods. So if you have like your 1, 2, 3 revolution or your ABC formula or insert anything you had to name, they don't know what you're talking about. It's tribal language that only makes sense to you. So instead, and the only exception to this, something like Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. 5-second rule means something to people and it evokes curiosity. They're like, oh, okay, how does this rule that says I can eat a potato chip off the ground if I pick it up within 5 seconds, how does that help me better my life? Also, Mel Robbins has a huge audience. She's amassed a huge following, and they are evangelizing and promoting this principle for her. So unless, you know, if you have a catchy name that's commonly known and evokes curiosity, and you have a cult-like following of raving fans spreading the word about your solution, you want to name all of your stuff and present, everything has to be in terms of, you know, moving away from pain, like stress-free, pain-free, weight loss, or results, what they're moving towards. Get clients now, attract clients, you know, 10 pounds in a, whatever the result that they want. So you're going to show them, you know, I am so committed to my clients and prospects getting the transformation. I'm going to show them I understand the pain and I'm going to enroll them in the results through my solution. Mistake number 4, I thought focus on features was just a rookie mistake, but this may hinder your ability to sell, period. So normally when we go to sell like a package, we're like, it's going to include this number of sessions, and then we're going to have this kind of support in between, and you'll have access to a Facebook group. And the problem is that package sounds just like anybody else's program. So here's the difference between selling high ticket and low ticket. You'll notice something that's high ticket, like Louis Vuitton, they don't have anything on the page about features. It's literally like, you're going to be Sean Connery on the beach if you buy this bag. And compare that to H&M, where they tell you like, okay, summer styles from $5. They're telling you the price. Here is an example, and these examples actually come from Nicholas Stevenson. He gave an amazing presentation. I think it was called Your First 10,000 Readers. So I am borrowing these examples from him. It was so brilliant. This is an expensive watch ad. If you want to wear the watch that's been worn by people at the top since 1904, wear a Cartier. Compare that to Casio, where they tell you all about the features. And compare that to an expensive couch ad. There's nothing about the features whatsoever. Compare that to an IKEA catalog, where they're going to tell you, you know, the dimensions and the size and the weight and the price, and they tell you all the features about it. So you do not want to be the IKEA catalog of your industry. If you market this way, leading with your features, you'll be cutting yourself off from a whole range of clients that are going to be easier, more committed, and more ready to get results. So your reframe is, my package or my offer has so many benefits and results, and I need to share them. There's usually an aspirational aspect to these ads, like, I'm going to improve my social status and feel like I'm on a vacation like Sean Connery if I buy this bag. I'm going to be a badass but standing up and making an impression. I don't even have to stand up to make an impression if I buy this purple couch-like thing. And I don't even need to know the price because I can just get it. So there's an aspirational quality about these advertisements, and it's more about social status and how you're going to look better or improve or seem better to other people as a result of buying these things. So that is just a little note on when you're presenting your offers. It's not about the features. It's always about those benefits, those results, those outcomes, those pleasure points, and the problem you're making go away. All right, so today your assignment is going to be to use your Amazon book reviews, get 3 to 5 action steps tops. Sometimes 3 is better. If you have to do 5, you can, but make sure you're not doing it from your point of view. You're doing it from how a client would describe the process. And sometimes you'll be surprised when you work with your clients. You're going to think, I do all this stuff with them. It's so valuable. And you think you know what the most valuable part is. And then if you ask them, what do you think the most valuable result you got as a result of working with me? You may hear something totally different. So do not assume, and don't spend any time guessing. Just copy and paste it right from Amazon. At the most, what you'll have to do is just kind of put it in order. You could be like, I think this goes first. That's the most compelling. And the one in the middle, you'll see an order. All right, I've really enjoyed this week. I think you'll notice that even though we worked on copywriting principles, what we really did was, this is market research. And technically it's qualitative data analysis, but that's not sexy. That's why I didn't advertise this as the market research challenge. Instead, I was like, this is something they want. They want killer copy. And technically I did teach you how to do that, so you'll never have to stare at a blank screen ever again. You're copying and pasting from sources straight from the horse's mouth. But I gave you what you want. I advertised what you want, but I also snuck in what you needed. So I hope this was helpful and beneficial for you. I would love to keep this party going next week. I was thinking of running a Killer Offers little beta program. I know some of you are already getting strategy sessions with me. So maybe what I'll do is just see if I have any interest in kind of taking what we've worked on. And now that sometimes working backwards from the copy will help you really map out the package faster. So I will be maybe putting some little feelers out in this group to see if you're interested in continuing this journey next week with like your killer offer. And I'll be seeing some of you individually with your strategy sessions. So you'll be hearing from me. All right? I'll talk to you soon.